Hi everyone, Mark here. I'm back with a new tutorial. Today I would like to continue building our sample project and give you the ways how to set up a layout hierarchy for your HTML pages. It's gonna be quick and simple, so let's get started. Last time where we left off, we created our website, and in the site we have this sign-in page. This is coming from Bootstrap, and if you sign in, you get this message from the database. So this is where we are, and what I want to do today is that to include a new page from a Bootstrap example. It's a dashboard page. So I want to turn this into a dashboard page that already has a template hierarchy, a layout in Fat3. So let's do that. In order to achieve this, please open up the sample project that we are working on, and in our views we add a new file. Let's save it and we call that layout HTM. Okay, so in the views we already have a layout HTM, and let's open up another new file. I save it and I call that dashboard HTM. Okay, so let me give you this is what we're gonna do, and let me go back to show you where it's coming from. So we go to getbootstrap.com. This is the Bootstrap site. We used it in the past, and if I scroll down, this is the dashboard. So if I open this up, I want to add a page that looks exactly like this to our site. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so let's see how to do this. And you remember that even last time we copied and pasted the contents of this HTML to our own project. So let's start with that. Copy the HTML and paste that into our dashboard HTML. This is our dashboard HTML. And let's make sure that we not only copy and paste this HTML, but we also copy and paste the contents of a file called dashboard CSS, this one here. How do I know that? Because the Bootstrap example works like this. I've done this in the past, and I know that I need this additional file to make it look exactly like this. That this is all. So we need these two files. We need our HTML file plus the dashboard CSS, and you want to go to your CSS folder in the directory, in the app directory, and copy. And you see I've already done this, so I created the dashboard CSS and copied and pasted the same code that we discovered here on the website, on the Bootstrap website. Okay, so we have the dashboard look and feel, and what we want to do as we log in, we want to see the dashboard. So if I do this login here, bang, there should be a dashboard here. That is what I want to achieve. And why have I done this layout? Because what I want to do, if I have a dashboard like this, I'm going to have a navigation here somewhere, and up here the top bar, and I'm going to have probably some footer later on. And if I go through all these links in the Bootstrap example, of course it doesn't do anything, but later on I want to have a different content page here in the center of my home page. So this thing is going to change, and what I want to do, I want to have the parts that are related to my header in one place. I want to have my navigation in one place, and I want to have my content, dynamically changing as I'm moving on from function to function. So I want to have a layout. I want to use the same header throughout all my pages. I want to use the same footer throughout all my pages, and I want to have something, that I can include all the different functions. So that, like the dashboard main page, there's going to be one function, and for example reports, there could be some other HTML like reports HTM here. And if I click reports, all I want to do is to include that reports HTM file into my layout structure. Okay, so what we're gonna do for that is that we go to Fat3 framework. bootstrap.com, and I need to type this in because I have a new browser, by the way. This is a Firefox Developer Edition, by the way, and I like it a lot. So I want to go to Views and Templates, and in order to build a hierarchy, we need to use something called include. Include. Okay. So how does that work? It works in a way that Fat3 provides us a way to build a hierarchy by using include. So we have the opportunity to have one file like our layout here and add an include, and include, for example, header.htm. So we can I will immediately leave it like this because I want to have my headers in one place, so I will include a header HTML file. And that header is going to be the same thing everywhere throughout my entire project. So it's a reused component. So let's do this. I will create a new file. I call this header HTML. Okay. And in my header HTML, I want to take the head from Bootstrap. And if you ask me why Bootstrap, because that's the example that I'm using, so I go for it. And instead of this one, I will just say the title of this page is going to be F3 sample project, and later on, it has a lot of implications, because this thing, it will probably needs to change if you want to work with a site that has SEO. So it's important that every page has a different title and a different description, that you may want to do something like this that we have seen before, that you want to use variables here like title to give this a title so that it can change for every different page on your site. For the sample today, I just want to show you how this works. So let's build the layout and think about this in another tutorial. Same thing for the cross-browser compatibility. I don't want to worry about this part here, Internet Explorer, bug fixes and all these things. Let's not get confused with these. I remove them. Okay, so this is coming from the Bootstrap site. This is not gonna work because we don't have a Bootstrap CSS here. We need to replace that. I prefer to use a CDN, which is a cloud-based storage of the Bootstrap CSS and JavaScript files. And I have already downloaded this in my login HTML, so let me just copy and paste it. I hope you allow me a little bit of copy and pasting here. So you can find this on the Bootstrap page in the getting started part anyway. So these links are public, so anybody can find them. And here the dashboard CSS is under app/css dashboard CSS. This is the file that we copied and pasted here, that we that I told you to copy and paste from the Bootstrap site. Okay, so in our layouts we have a header, and this is the header. We make sure that the CSS is fine so that it looks exactly the same as in the example. And then what we need to do, if we render the layout, so this is going to be the only file that we render. This is the main file. So first we get the header, and then we have a header. And next thing we do, we want to have the contents of the body, and that's going to be the dashboard HTML. But if we go to new menu items, we want to have different HTML files. So that means that we don't want to hard-code the name dashboard HTML here. Instead, I want to have a variable that I can pass. I'm sorry, I'm getting confused with curly braces, it seems. But what I want to do here is that I want to render a different view for different functionalities. And that's why I just specify the name, code view, that's going to be my variable. And that's what I want to use to render the file that I want to render. Okay, so how do I do that? That means after I log on, instead of the main page looking like this, I want to have a Bootstrap dashboard. So then I want to go to my main controller. This is the stuff that is rendering this message from the database. And let's modify this and let's make the hierarchy work. So I take this render function, I comment this out, and for the sake of the layout tutorial, I remove all of this and let's modify this. So instead of template HTML, we're gonna render layout HTML. Okay, so layout contains the header plus some variable page, and our variable now should be dashboard HTML. So I want to pass a variable called view and the value dashboard HTML to this view. So what's happening here? This controller has a function. This is the main controller. So you know, if you are with me for a long time, you know what it is doing. But if you're not, it's in the routes. If we get slash, so the root address of the site, the main controller render function is going to do something. And what it does, the main controller render function sets the variable to dashboard HTML, meaning that the content will be the dashboard HTML, and we render the layout HTML. So layout HTML will render the header first, and then substitute this view variable with its value, that is dashboard HTML. So hopefully we get the dashboard. I mean, I hope I didn't give you like just too much information because it's simple computer science. There we go. I log in, I click this, and the dashboard is working. So you see the CSS is in place, everything is in place, and our layout structure is just working. So as a next step, what we could do, we don't have a footer right now, but in the future we may have a footer and we could do that. But we have a navigation immediately, and we could remove the navigation from the dashboard here, this one, and put that into a navigation Htm file. So you see the navigation here. This is the top bar, and this is the sidebar, the side menu as well. So up to this point, I think probably here, this is the part that is the navigation. So this is the end of the tutorial. So now everything is done. And you know what? I'll give this to you as a homework. I will not do it now. You can do it yourself. So good luck. I will clean this up and upload it to GitHub as well, and see you